Welcome to the Hello Lovely podcast. I'm your host, Christie Williams, and I teach women how to be themselves. As an exclusive life coach for women, I'll teach you how to manage anxiety, make decisions you're confident in, and stop beating yourself up. So let's get started. Hello, lovely. Before we get started today, I want to let you in on something that is an absolute must attend. I'm hosting the 2-week Build Self-Esteem Challenge, December 6th through 17th, 2021. If you are listening live, enrollment is now open. This challenge is going to help you build self-esteem, and what does that include? Self-esteem can seem so elusive, even though you know what it is. It's really understanding how to adjust your mindset, really feeling yourself, understanding your emotions, and being able to take the best care of them on the daily basis. This challenge is not about just learning information, but the tools to actively build self-esteem while we do the workshops. I will be there guiding you live through the 2-week challenge. Go to misschristiewilliams.com/challenge to get the full details and to enroll now. This is a $499 value, and I am giving it to you completely free. Why? Why not? It is so important to me to help women around the world build self-esteem. Low self-esteem, feelings of insecurities, beating ourselves up, these are all an internal pandemic that we don't talk about enough, and that is about to change. While everyone has been going around the world through a physical pandemic, our minds and mental health have been strung along, and I want you to feel strong, refreshed, and know how to take care of yourself on purpose while also setting and reaching goals that accomplish a big picture of your full life. Do not miss this opportunity. Go to misschristiewilliams.com/challenge for full details and enrollment, and I will see you inside the challenge, lovely. Hello, lovelies. How are you today? It is my hope that you are having a beautiful day. I am recording this episode on the weekend, and today Jay and I are having so much fun together. He is smoking a pork butt as we speak. Yum. Oh my gosh, can I just say, taking a moment to talk about how much I loved a smoked pork butt? So good. Okay, so if you guys eat pork and you've had a pork butt and it was smoked, and you guys know what I'm talking about, where it's like the crispy edges on the outside and it just pulls apart and melts in your mouth. Wow. Okay, so I am super excited because Jason is trying out some new rubs. He's using mesquite wood for the smoker, added to what he usually uses. Plus he has this kind of applewood brown sugar rub mixed with a sriracha rub. So I am just so excited. I can't wait to eat it. It's going to be amazing. And then for recording this episode, I just made myself a fresh K-cup of Starbucks Cinnamon Dolce coffee, and it is delicious. I'm going to go ahead and take a sip here while we're together. I'm just feeling so grateful and full. So grateful and full. I woke up this morning and the sun was shining through my window, and I just looked over there and saw Jay, and I just decided, you know what, today I'm going to just make this the most beautiful day. I'm not going to require a lot of myself. I'm just going to fully live in gratefulness. So I went to the couch. I started writing out my own self-coaching, which is like an interview with myself. If you guys have been following me for a while, if you're new here, an interview with yourself is simply just sitting down in the morning and writing out your thoughts to see what they are. And after doing that, I was just so inspired, so full of gratefulness that I went for a walk, and it's 37 degrees Fahrenheit. If you also know me, you know that the cold weather, not so much my thing. Not because I don't love a burst of cold air, but just being in the cold my body being in the cold is a little bit brutal. But I thought, you know what? Today I'm going to just make the most of this. I'm going to make it fun. And like, what if this is not a problem? I'm just going to be so grateful to put my hoodie on, put my jacket on, put my gloves on. Realized I have this beautiful pair of gloves I didn't even know I had. It's really fun. Once you kind of just open up to feeling grateful, you just see all kinds of beauty spotted everywhere. Like gloves. I didn't know I was going to be feeling grateful for gloves that I have in my drawer, but here we go. So I went for a beautiful walk and it was lovely. And now I'm just looking outside my office window at what's left of the leaves falling from the trees because it's November here in Georgia. And I'm just so grateful. And this really lines up with what I'm sharing today on this week's episode, thoughts and feelings. Because this grateful feeling was cultivated. It doesn't always happen automatically where you'll wake up and boom, grateful. Especially not every day. I mean, it may for you, which is amazing. But many mornings I wake up with a mild anxiety. It's almost like a little energy pulsing, like, I love to refer to it as like the test button on an electrical outlet. Like my brain is just testing to see if I'm on. Like, boop, like that test button. Yep, I'm on. I'm working. And I used to think that that mild anxiety was a problem that I had to solve and the way I approached it. And so through my day for years, my anxiety was so high and I have learned how to work with that. And as a result, it has greatly reduced. But even so, even when I wake up with mild anxiety, I know, and I'm certain of how to cultivate an emotion that I want to shift into. And today, it was grateful. So I've learned how to work with that and then find gratefulness on purpose. Why? Because gratefulness feels amazing. It's soothing. And not only does it feel so good, it brings my focus back. Like it actually brings my focus back to all that I already have. And that brings a smile to my face. So this is why you're here. This is the work that we do, is learning how to feel, learning how to think, adjust your mindset, have a better relationship with yourself, build self-esteem. This is part of it. Your thoughts and feelings. So how do you cultivate gratefulness? Since gratefulness happens to be the emotion of the day. Well, it is an emotion, a feeling, gratefulness. Where do feelings come from? Your thoughts. What? There are factors that influence our thoughts and feelings, and we'll get into those on another podcast. But today I'm sharing the basics of thoughts and feelings, because there's really a knowledge gap between what we think and how we feel, and how really they are interrelated and how much they impact each other. Not only that, but how much power you have to influence both of those, thoughts and feelings. When you think you're at the mercy of your thoughts or at the mercy of your feelings, it might feel overwhelming to know that, whoa, my thoughts create my feelings? But this is great news because you have influence over both of those, okay? So let's get into the basics. Let's stick with the basics. Thoughts. What are they? Sentences in your mind. A combination of words. That's the basics. During a given day, we think thousands of thoughts. We may only notice a few, but in your mind, in your brain, like your actual brain, there's just thousands of thoughts in there. Somewhere between 40 to 60,000 thoughts a day. Right? So thank goodness we don't notice all of them. And for some of us, You may not notice hardly any. It may not feel like you notice many of your thoughts at all. While for others, you may feel like you notice a lot. You notice a lot of your thoughts. Neither one is wrong. Neither one is right. They're just different. Here are some other things that are thoughts. We're going to have so much fun here. Things that are thoughts. Ideas. Those are thoughts. Opinions. Thoughts. Advice. Thoughts. Likes. Thoughts. Dislikes. Thoughts. Other things that are thoughts. Plans, like plans you make. Complaints. Speeches. Presentations. Conversations. Thoughts. In the world we live, and especially where we live in this time, and if you're listening to this podcast, maybe even location, we're exposed to a lot of thoughts. Even podcasts. Podcasts are sharing, can you guess, people's thoughts. So probably the amount of thoughts we're exposed to from others are more than ever. So it's important to come back daily to notice what you think. Why? Because the thoughts you think are the ones that will influence how you feel. We look a lot at our actions, like what we're doing, what we're not doing, what we wish we were doing, wish we didn't do. But the driver really for all of our actions and things we don't do, our inactions, the driver for all of that is the way we think and feel, which is AKA your thoughts and feelings. So let's say you're about to get some work done, right? You really want to, whether you're at work working for someone else or you're an entrepreneur and you are doing your own business and you're about to get to work, get a project done, or maybe your work is working out or eating on plan if you're getting healthy. Whatever it is, let's say you want to get some work done. You really want to. But you feel a little confused, like, where do I even start? What am I even doing? Or you feel unmotivated, kind of maybe even discouraged. This is very similar to a client experience. So I want to share it with you because I think it will be so helpful in understanding how thoughts and feelings really influence and connect with an experience that's similar to yours. When this client started to work with me at first, when we first met, she was feeling stuck and unmotivated. And this has kind of rolled over into all the areas of her life, even things she really enjoyed. Spiritual things, getting together with people, the work she was doing, eating, even relaxing. Like she felt stuck and motivated, just kind of was following her around in her life. And she wanted to get healthy. She wanted to start traveling, set some goals in the next couple years where she could travel, get a new job, and even create some more genuine friendships, just some close relationships where she could just feel, safe to be herself and have some fun. But after the immediate burst of excitement of thinking about like what that could be like for her, she would feel discouraged. And then in the day-to-day, it would be more like trying to force those actions or really not even taking actions at all to make that happen. But before rushing into feeling motivated, I asked her to take a look-see at why she felt discouraged. I told her to give me everything, tell me everything. And we had a little laugh about it because normally when you're outside of a coaching situation, we just want to get right to feeling better, but it's very important in these moments, especially if you're not taking the actions you want to see why you are feeling something. So for her, we looked at why she was discouraged. And specifically, we took one example. What was she thinking right before she wouldn't eat what she planned? Like right before she just chose something that she really didn't even want to eat, but just felt comforting. What was she thinking right before? And we just took a step back without having to rush or have the right answer, just to really take a look at what she authentically was feeling and thinking. And what she was thinking was, what's the point? That there wasn't a point to eating on plan because the effort she put in today wasn't going to change anything long term. Aha! We got it. And she laughed when she noticed that was the thought that was driving her in action. And did you catch it? Her thought was, there's no point to this. So it was kind of a freedom for her to see, wow, I'm actually believing this. I'm actually believing that there's no point to the actions I'm taking. And not only was she thinking that when she was eating throughout the day, but also in her spiritual routine or in her work. That's what was following her around, was that thinking that there's no point to this. And when she thought that, that made her feel discouraged. So of course, why take the action? So I told her to think about that and spend some time looking at where that thinking came from. And it was from her past experiences. This is how we operate. It's possible to look at past experiences as the only proof of what we can achieve ever. Like, oh, if I attempted something in the past and it didn't work out how I thought, that's it. It's fine now. That is the proof forever, indefinitely, for life, that I can't do it in the future. It makes so much sense at that point when that's happening to think that the effort you put in today isn't worth it. But what she hadn't thought about was why it would be different this time. And we explored that together. She looks at things differently now. She's changed her mind about the effort she's putting in, and she's committed to her goals because this is who she is now. Her thinking changed, which made her feel differently. When she feels discouraged, she reminds herself that's okay. She takes the best care of her feelings daily and remembers the effort I put in is always worth it. Can I get a hand raise? So this is what I want you to know, lovely. It's possible to change your mind and change your results. But there's a beautiful piece in between those two things that makes your day-to-day experience different. The way you feel. In between changing your mind and changing your results is the way you feel. Thoughts create your feelings. Feelings drive your actions, and those actions create results. So if you want new results, if you want to feel differently, it starts with thinking differently. And you influence all of those in the most beautiful way. Your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. The way you choose to think and take care of your feelings, and then the actions you choose to take. And here I understand that if you have tried to change the way you think or choose different thinking, that in itself may have made you feel stuck before. Because if you tried to apply thinking positively and notice that it doesn't always work, it's because you as a human being won't always feel positive. So the goal here is not always thinking positively by forcing yourself. What if instead you thought on purpose? The first step to that is looking at what you think right now. Think about what you think right now. It's so meta, right? Think about what you think. But this is the beautiful thing about our human design, is that you can think about what you think. Put your thoughts on paper. That makes your thoughts more tangible. It makes it easier to see, what am I thinking? Especially when you feel like you don't know. Ask yourself that question, what am I thinking? And start writing it down. That is the interview with yourself, which is what I was telling you earlier before, is that I do with myself every day. Then think about how you feel, your feelings. The feelings you really feel that may be hard to share with other people, but you really want to. That is so important. Do that. The first step in being able to share your honest feelings with others in a safe space is sharing them in a safe space with yourself. Looking at what you feel, asking yourself on paper, what do I feel? How do I feel? Look at your thoughts and feelings with compassion. Be kind and understanding that those thoughts and feelings are there for a reason. And it's okay. In the work that I do, I help women reach goals by taking the best care of their emotions and feelings daily. And this is where the work starts. Understanding and compassion of where you are right now, this minute, no matter what has happened in the past, today, whatever. What are you currently thinking and feeling about where you are right now? About who you are right now? Take a look at that. That is the first step. And if you're ready to take this work deeper, schedule a clarity call with me. This is an application call to work with me as a private client. And for full details on what that call will cover, go to MissChristieWilliams.com, click on Work with Christie from the menu, and schedule the clarity call there. You can actually book your clarity call from that page. I look forward to seeing you there, lovely. In the meantime, think about what it would be like to really understand your thoughts and feelings. This is possible. Have a great week, lovely, and I'll see you next time. Hey, lovely, if you want to be more confident on the outside, you have to start on the inside. If you don't take time to create an amazing relationship with yourself, it will show up in every other area of your life. If you feel stuck or don't know how to be yourself, I invite you to work with me one-on-one. Go to MissChristieWilliams.com and sign up for a free call to join my 6-month program. That's MissChristieWilliams.com, and I'll see you in session.